wanted to record this video for a really long time. So these are going to be my past planners. So I'm pretty sure I have a planner before 2015, but I don't have it out right now. So all of these are mostly like really girly. Now that I was just looking back at them, I never looked at them like all at once before, but I knew this video was gonna take a while, so that's why I hadn't done it yet. But I'm doing it today because I'm in a good mood. Since I got my Planner Cake stickers and I got my Sarah Reese sticker. So this is kind of like the theme of this one. So let me see. I'm trying not to show any information. So this is the way I used to plan everything out. So I just wrote with a pencil, or a pen, or pencil, pen, marker. So then every time I had like to work, I would write down my actual work time, and if I was late, I would mark it out and put the actual time I was there. So anytime I had to go back and look at my timesheet, I could just go back in my planner, and then I would circle the date that my cycle came on. Let's go to a weekly. And so this is when I was in school. So I had just my homework listed. Sorry about the camera shaking. My planner is kind of on the camera thing that's holding. So I got my final, study for my final. And then I would go days without writing anything like this, which annoys me because I'm like, okay, I'm paying this much for a planner, but I'm not using it. So, like, if I didn't have any homework or anything like that, then I wouldn't have anything to write down, so I felt like I was wasting it. So, I have, I was supposed to work out and stuff in here. This is, insane how this planner looks right now. At the time, it seemed like it was organized, but looking at it now, I'm just like, how did you ever? And so, I went through and highlighted when it was something that was, due that was, worth a lot of credit in class. So, let's see. Yeah, I will write down when I'm going to see somebody and all that. This is when the election or whatever. And see the GOP debate, Rubio, Carson, Bush, Christie, and Huckabee. That was probably for one of my classes, but I think I was taking, what's the name of that class? American Politics. It was some, no, that was my research political science class, and we had to choose, when we were in school, we had to choose if we wanted to study international politics or American politics. And so for our final paper, we had to write about the opposite of what we were majoring in. Stop, boo. Stop, boo. You want the phone? Okay, don't do anything with it, okay? And so then when the day was over, I would just cross it out like that. That's so ugly. But I would get behind on my homework, and then I would list it like that, though. And that's Arfie you hear bouncing in the background. Don't move that. Don't move that. Don't move that. Don't move that. Arfie. I just spilled quite a bit of coffee in my room on my floor. And she just tried to take some Vaseline. So, anyway, moving on. So then I started writing notes at the top. See, I need to put 110% effort on every assignment, and I need every assignment, including extra credit, to be completed. God is by your side. He will give you the strength you need to graduate with a 4.0 this semester and get all your work done. So I would write down what the class was, what the class's initials, and what chapters I need to be reading. But I would do this, but I would never come back and look at this and actually do it. Keep God as the highest priority. He won't let you fail. You can make a perfect 4.0. This can be your new beginning, academic success again. He will provide what you need. So it always drove me crazy. I knew I could do something, but I wouldn't get it done. So this used to be what my budget used to look like. So I get paid on the 18th, and these were all my bills. Pay for my final, which was $25. My phone bill was 90, water 30, cable 70, credit card 100, credit card 100, save 80. I never saved. Tithes 80, and gas 50, and food 50. So it's not foreign to me to be eating off $100. $100 is actually a lot of money for me to be eating off of. God loves you, and the woman you are becoming, his plan for your life is always working. I don't remember where I got all those little quotes from, but so this was all the days I would be working. So I worked at Walgreens at the time. So I had counseling at 3. I was off that day. Just messy, messy, messy. A month in, straighten up, get your act together and refocus like you're starting over again. The mistakes you have made up to this point doesn't matter. You can change them, catch up on your work, read ahead, do outside research, start on your final projects, plan them out. God will guide you to your topic and guide your steps. So this was, I think I did this before the semester started because I knew I was going to be slacking. So I went ahead and tried to motivate myself throughout. So this said, register for term 4 today, Monday, and see what God has in store for your life. You get to graduate in May. Apply for jobs daily and get your FAFSA done. God is looking down and smiling over your life. So that's it. I need to be doing that now. So I got to blur that out. Like an idiot. I thought I was recording. So this is another crazy month. As you can see. This is another crazy month. This is the first planner, the planner that I'm in right now. Not the one you're looking at, but my actual planner. It's the first time I ever did a planner without writing down the times that I went to work, I think. Because after 3 years, I just never had to go back. I've had to go back and look at the time I worked, but now I just leave it. I write it down at work so I can have it for my timesheet, and I do it that way. But when we worked at Walgreens, our boss submitted our timesheets and we just punched in on the clock. Right now, we don't punch in. It's kind of like a salary job. You just come in and they expect you to be there, but nobody's actually keeping track of it. They do keep track of it, but just not as strict or whatever. So this 2016-2017 was my Nicole Miller planner, and Arpy was born in 2016. So this should be interesting. I thought this was just the cutest planner. So I have my homework is due. See, I have work written down, and then I have this LDR after it, or COS, because I was, at the time, Walgreens was cutting hours, and the managers had to start working departments too. So I had to write down whether I was working in a department or whether I was the manager. So I definitely couldn't be late if I was manager. And if I was working in a department, it would be more relaxed than if I was working as a manager, because I wouldn't have to do as much stuff. So, yeah. I had to take Mama to the airport. That was probably her trip when she went to Spain. I think it was, actually. Yeah, it was when I was pregnant. That was a crazy story. I might let her get on here and tell y'all that story. It was insane. See, I was still writing times. And then I was working at my mama's office for a while. So her company is called Awaken Holistic. So it'll say Awaken in the time I was there. And that's how I would remember my bills. I just write it on the side. All this time, I was not writing anything, y'all. Not writing anything. Okay, this was a day I actually did something. That was a day I had a job interview. Nothing. So I was basically using the monthly part. Nothing. Wasting paper, just wasting paper. Arpy's birthday. This one I had to do my grad school application. I started grad school in 2017. Arpy was a couple months old, so that whole first year I was in grad school. So I had to pause the video because Arpy kept coming here and taking stuff and then just running away. So this is an example of like my homework in grad school: leadership, media leadership, and communication strategy. So I had to read a lot. Y'all, I read so much crap. But I actually enjoyed my master's. So not a lot of people can say that. So it was worth every class I took. Even though I haven't gotten a job in my field yet, I know it's worth it. It was worth it. And that was always a dream of mine. I do want to get my doctorate, but not until somebody else is paying for it, who is not Xavia A. And then this is my 2017-2018 planner. This was, let's see. I like this one because it had lined months instead of just blank. And I never write in a straight line going straight across. So my monthly, see, it looks a little better. I'm not writing down my times in this one, I see. I wonder I don't think I was working then though. Because after I had RP, I kind of didn't go back to work at my mom's office. And I went back to work at Walgreens for like 2 weeks. And then I just took the year off. So this is all my homework. So all my homework at that time was due like on the same day. So I had like 2 quizzes I had to take, a discussion, an email, and a discussion all on Sundays. So Sundays was like my busy day for school. And then, see, I got funerals and all kind of stuff in here. But I wasn't writing anything on the monthly days. And this didn't even have times or anything. It was just like straight up lines on here. So this is just homework. Bible study. I used to write in Bible study. BS, that's what that is. If you, I'm sure y'all will get to know me on this channel, but the one thing I'm obsessed with is 9/11. So I have a lot of 9/11 documentaries. What made me think about it was when I was looking at this just September month, I have right here that it's 9/11. Because, I don't know. I think I'm like trying to convince myself that actually happened. I have like five 9/11 documentaries. The best one I found was online and it's not available on DVD. They had one that came out this year, well last year actually. It was called Floor by Floor, and normally for the past few years when I've been watching stuff like on 9/11 day, they show stuff I've already seen. So this time they actually had a new documentary, and that Floor by Floor was like my favorite. Like I cannot wait till it comes out on DVD. So studying for my comps, which is my final test for finals for my masters. So this was all my homework. So I come a long way. Like the way I plan now is so much different. So much different. And that's my graduation. So, yep. Then I started doing this thing with these little boxes because I was publishing my book. Trying to get my book published. Then I started back going to work. What was this? What was I working in? January 2018. Oh, this is when I was working in Montgomery. At a call center. So I was basically wanting to work there. Be careful what you pray for, because I said, God, please give me a cubicle. I just want to be able to work on myself and not have to interact with people. So the first job I got back when I was pregnant that January, it was a job in a cube doing, I was working with an energy company and I did customer service. Now I'm working in a cube and I don't talk to anybody. So I don't mind not talking to anybody, but the cube, I'd rather have a office. That's when I was sick. Me and RP was sick. Still not using these weekly pages. So that's the point of me trying to use. I went to Virginia in April. I thought it was in March for some reason. My book was released on my birthday, April last year. And that's the reason for me using stickers. I want to actually look at my planner. So now I obsessively look at my planner. I look at my planner like 4 to 5 times a day. Now, I still have trouble looking at it when I get home, but I remember the stuff from looking at it all day that I need to be doing. And then the next morning I go in and I rewrite everything that I need to do for the next day. So those are my last 3 planners I had before the one I have currently. These were all around $20 to $25. And the planner I have now, if you watch my video, you know it's like $50. Well, $60. So that's the progression. They're recording my videos, so I guess she decided she was gonna set up her office. It is too funny. And she had came and got my phone, my new iPhone, and she had it like up under the baby arm right there. So she had her phone and everything. She was ready to go.